There's no way that I will be able to get up and go to school every morning without
yeah. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
Guys, what's up? It's me, Cece, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you would stay, subscribe, and become a part of the Fashionceesta family. Here over on my channel, I show you how to be your baddest bitch at an affordable cost. But today, we are about to talk about something that costs a pretty little penny. But when it comes to investing in yourself, it's always worth the money in the long run. If you guys watch my most recent Chit Chat Get Ready with me, you guys would know that I discussed quitting my job again, and I decided to go and pursue my dreams and just further my education as it pertains to beauty as an esthetician. So I put on my story literally probably 3 weeks ago, for people to ask me any questions that they have as far as aesthetic school is concerned, and if there was any way that I could be of any assistance to answer any questions, I definitely would do that. I told y'all's probably gonna get a weekly vlog, but girl, between studying, actually having to be at school, and just overall practice, that's not gonna happen. So we gonna do these monthly updates. I didn't want to put out content that I didn't feel was actually impactful for you guys or informative. So I'm going to actually do a recap every month. You guys are probably gonna see the services I decide I wanna offer change. Obviously my knowledge and information will grow. I would love if you guys have skincare concerns for you guys to share them with me down in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable, you can always send them to my DM on Instagram, which you guys make sure you follow me. That'll help me in the long run, because obviously I'm going to be seeing people and not everybody's skin is the same. So I would love for you guys to do that. So before I get long-winded, we are going to go ahead and jump into the questions, but we need to have a word with our sponsor. That's right, I said it, a sponsor. We're bringing you today's video in partnership with Javy Coffee. It is a 100% Arabica coffee concentrate, and when I tell y'all, there's no way that I will be able to get up and go to school every morning without Javy. Not only has it cut costs of me being able to save money, because now I'm not burning gas trying to go to a gas station or trying to hurry up and get into a drive-thru before I have to get to school. I can actually make the coffee that I like in the comforts of my own home. It's also cut back on my usage of needing to buy K-Cups, because y'all know this is a Starbucks Cinnamon Dolce K-Cup stand account over here. But I have absolutely been enjoying Javy Coffee. If you guys also don't know, iced coffee is my absolute favorite. Before I even accepted this brand deal with Javy, I wanted to do my research, because I don't ever want to promote or push your product to you guys. One, if I don't care for the brand. Two, if the product is not useful within my everyday life or in my life period. And I also don't want to put my name attached to a brand that just has ethics issues, because we're not trying to get canceled over here. So I did do a little bit of research on Javy before accepting a brand deal. There are tons of videos here on YouTube about the brands. If you guys are interested or you need more information, I will definitely make sure that I leave a link down below so you can visit the website. And if you want to make a purchase, I'll also have a link for that as well. But also, if you guys just want to do your own research, you're more than welcome to do that. All the information that you'll need from what I'm going to discuss will be down below in the description box. So I just want to do a quick little B-roll footage for you guys and show you guys how I make my iced coffee. All additional products that I use as well will be listed down below in the description box. So if you want to try out my exact coffee recipe, you definitely can. So we'll go ahead and roll over to that footage and we'll get into our questions.
Say
Alright, so as I stated, the links to the Javy Coffee will be listed down below in the description box. It is a very great tool. Again, it will help cut costs and save on gas and having to wait in long drive-through lines. That's like literally my pet peeve. If you guys are looking for coffee alternatives or alternatives to making coffee in the morning, definitely check out Javy. I 100% recommend them. And you know, I ain't trying to brag in the end, but you know, my coffee recipe is that girl. So make sure you guys check out the items down below, again, that I use to make my morning coffee. And let's go ahead and get into these questions. So the first question that I was asked is, I feel like it's kind of common sense, but I was asked why aesthetics school. If you guys don't know, I am a professional makeup artist. I've been into makeup since I've been about 17, 18 years old, and I've been doing it professionally since the age of 20, 21-ish. Like I started, yeah, probably like around 20 or 21 is when I started doing makeup professionally. I remember taking a gig when I was about 22 or 23 years old, and there was a young girl. She was maybe like 13 or 14 at that time, and she came over to my chair, and obviously my makeup was done because I was there to work. And she began just complimenting me and telling me how beautiful I was and how she wished she looked like me. And in my 23-year-old, still very insecure and not comfortable in my own beauty without makeup, I was just thinking like, what? But you know, like accepting the compliments as she was talking to me. And she literally sat in my chair, and more than half of the session she was just tearing herself down. And we had a moment where the both of us shared a cry. If you guys don't know, I am a huge crybaby. Like, I'm very sensitive, I'm very empathetic, and I love and I hate that about myself. But that moment was so special to me. I will never forget that young lady, and I made sure that by the end of the session, like, I poured into her so much. I wish that I could remember her name so I could find a way to like contact her, because I would love to see just like where she's at and how she's blossomed, considering the fact that, you know, her family did throw her into a modeling program, and she did mention that it was to help boost her confidence. That just really touched me, because it just goes to show like how detrimental bullying can be. Society places so much pressure on women when it comes down to our beauty and our natural beauty, and if you need to look like this, and your hair needs to be this hair type, and so on and so forth. And we are so critical of ourselves for things that we can't necessarily change. And I just wanted to further my education to try to help people with the things that they continuously sit in my chair and sit down and complain about. So yeah, that was one of my main reasons for wanting to go into aesthetics, to help people really just enhance their natural beauty and be okay with what they see when they look in the mirror. So that was like my main reason for wanting to go to aesthetic school. The next question was why now? And so I'll tell you guys, on December 31st of 2020, I literally made a promise to myself after everything that we had endured last year with 2020. It was just a lot, and I felt like I hadn't been living up to my fullest potential. I would get so passionate about things that I knew that I was good at, and I would have this big game plan. I would be so excited, and then one thing would happen, and I would lose sight of why I was fighting so hard to be an entrepreneur. After losing both my aunt and my uncle, who were very instrumental in me being a part of this beauty industry, because they really did encourage and like nurture my talents of me, you know, being into hair, being into makeup, loving music. They will let me do hair and braid the people's hair in the neighborhood and like practice makeup and things like that at their home. And after just losing to both of them, I feel like my uncle's words really struck me last year, like on New Year's Eve, because I remember going in to go visit him like shortly before he had passed away at the hospital, and him just telling me how proud of me he was, and you know how he just poured so much life into me. And I think after losing them, it made me feel like now I really need to go harder, because one of my goals when I did become successful, and like I guess by my standards successful, like the big beautiful home and being able to give back and pour into my community, I wanted to like get him and my aunt a home. My aunt was an amazing cook, and I wanted I wanted to like hire her as my personal chef, and to have them not be here. And I'm finally taking those real steps forward to my career. I've done a lot of successful things, but I feel like this is something that I've wanted for me for so long, and to have two people that were so instrumental in my life, especially in my like childhood that I want to say kind of like morphed me into this beauty powerhouse by allowing me to just express myself in their home so much. I made a promise to myself that at the end of 2021, I will be fully self-employed and I will be walking in my purpose, because I've literally wasted 28 years of my life not fully trusting myself, not fully having faith in my dreams and trusting them to manifest. So when the opportunity presented itself for me to just quit my job, that's what I did. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to school, because there was no way that I would be able to work a 9 to 5 and go back to school. Also, another reason why I chose this year to just go back to school, I wanted to be able to just offer more services to my clients and to be more of an educational resource when they sit down in my chair, besides just providing them with a way to camouflage things that they may be insecure about, or concerns that they wanted to take care of and tackle. The next question was, how do I like it so far and what have I learned? Whew, I've learned a lot. I felt like the first day of school, like my brain was going to explode. Just even trying to think about what I've learned is almost caused me to have like a brain fart, because we literally learned so much. But I will tell you, aesthetics aside, the best part of everything I feel like I've learned has been the business behind it all. You can have all this education, all this knowledge in the world, but if you don't understand business, how are you gonna make money? I literally came home and like cried after the first day of school, because I made an investment in my business, and literally the same information that I had gone over was just given to me at school. And I feel like that confirmed that me deciding to go to school right now was a good choice. I am learning a lot, I'm building a lot of connections, I'm able to network. Like, I love school, I'm learning so much, and like I'm thriving. Like, I haven't made anything lower than I think maybe like a 92 on the test, which is great considering the fact that like I'm almost 30 and I haven't been in school or in the educational field since I was like 19, 20. So next question. What does a typical day look like for me as a new student? So I get up in the morning. Now I just feel like I just have so much more energy when I work out in the morning. So I have now incorporated going back to the gym. I go to the gym, come back home, I shower, I make my Javy Coffee so that was ready for me to grab when I'm getting ready to head out to the door. If I have a test or anything that day, then I will try to make some time to like study, do flashcards, or like listen to my book while I'm on the way to school. My day definitely does vary, but typically it's like lectures, hands-on tests, or seeing clients. Again, it just, once I'm done with school, I will either grab food, or if I have food already taken out, I'll come home, cook. We'll start cooking, get in the shower, do some homework, do some studying, cook dinner. A lot of times to either edit YouTube content or film YouTube content. It just depends on, you know, again, the workload and what I have to do. My day pretty much varies, but it's pretty much gym, school, come home, clean, edit, study, and then start it all over again the next day. So that's pretty much what my day. Finances. I had a lot of people ask me like, was it super expensive? Do I feel like it's worth the money? I just don't feel like any investment that you make in yourself that's going to allow you to make even more money is expensive. What I will say, to be politically correct, is to make sure that you save. Personally, like I said, I quit my job. There was no way that I was going to be able to work in corporate America and go back to school because of the hours in which I'm in school. I would be dog tired. I would have no time to study, and I wanted to make sure that when I did go to school, I was going to have time that I could truly dedicate to being a student and really learning about the field that I'm about to enter. So I did save up just to make sure, like, you know, I could afford to pay for school, I could afford to pay my bills, and nothing about my life would change. So that may be something that you guys want to consider. Depending on your school, if you are a veteran or in the military and you get like your VA benefits that cover schools, some schools do offer payment or accept payment from, like the VA or military, so that way your school is covered. There's FAFSA that some schools offer, so you definitely do have options. Again, it just depends on the institution that you enroll in. I would definitely make sure that when you are interested and you do your research and make sure that it's a good school and it's worth it to you, that specific institution, then I would say get with their financial aid office and see, you know, what your options are to help pay for school. Another question that I was asked along the lines of finances was what type of job. Obviously, you guys know that I'm not working, but I do have a lot of classmates that are servers. You can do, you know, Uber, you can do DoorDash, you can do the grocery delivery services, you can bartend, like anything that pretty much is kind of like nightlife towards the weekends that'll allow you to make a good bit of money. That would be something I would probably recommend if you aren't able to stay at your current job. Like if you work in corporate America and you're trying to come back, I don't know how that works with being able to take like a leave of absence to go to school, because school is pretty long. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. I would definitely recommend like maybe doing like a server or bartender job, or like finding things that you could sell on the internet. Like it's just so many ways to make money, either from social media or just because of the internet. And then the last question, it was what route did I want to take as a licensed esthetician? Obviously still doing makeup, duh. But as of right now, I think I want to incorporate waxing. We haven't got to the point where we're doing like Brazilian waxes and like vajacials and things like that, but definitely like leg removal, like removing hair from the body. I just have to learn about doing like Brazilians and then getting into the groove of that. So I definitely want to incorporate waxing. I want to do lash lifting, lash tinting, brow tinting, and then obviously facials, because being able to treat the skin, help people see skin improvements, like that is what I truly, truly love to do in school, is facials. So that is it, you guys. I hope that I answered or clarified some of your questions. Do not forget to leave whatever questions you may have for me concerning aesthetics down below in the comment section. If it's a question you don't feel comfortable with sharing, if it's like about a skincare concern or things like that, you can always DM me on Instagram and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible with answering those questions. So yeah, I'm so excited to take you guys along this journey with me. I'm so happy that I did this for myself. It has definitely been life-changing. The connections that I'm making, the knowledge that I'm gaining is so worth it. It's so worth the money. And yeah, like I'm excited. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for all the support. The channel is growing and that makes me super excited. So yeah, again, I love you guys so much and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.